guys enjoyed the event. Tune in to the Fightlete Report show.
All right, thank you everybody for joining us on the most action-packed 2 hours on Chicagoland Sports Radio.com. Latina Epicina.
Hey.
My name is Motaz Oscar, and shout out to the Fightlete Report.
And of course, we've got Austin Thudd Hubbard on the Fightlete Report. He fights UFC Lightweight division and discusses teammates' recent victories. When we can expect him back in the cage, obviously, and back in the octagon. And of course, the former HFC Lightweight champion and LFA Lightweight champion, and trains at Elevation Fight Team, of course, out in Colorado. We appreciate you being on the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Talk about what you've done to manage for training purposes during the current pandemic. I know that some of the challenges you've had to overcome, and also, you know, you're keeping a positive mindset during this time.
Yeah, so training has been a little different, obviously. We've been doing a lot of, obviously, smaller groups, different times and everything else. But, you know, I'm still able to get in good work, thankfully. I know, you know, with my resources and what's available to me, I know not a lot of people always have that elsewhere. So I'm real thankful that I'm able to still consistently train and have, you know, good sessions of drilling, training, live goes, strength and conditioning, and all the stuff covered. So, yeah, definitely happy for that. Otherwise, I'd be super bored.
Yeah, definitely. I know you're training with some of your teammates, right? Would be like Drew Dober, Neil Magny.
Yep. Well, I mean, Drew had his fight, so I was actually in Illinois while him and Gaethje had their fights. I was in Illinois from my fight because that's where I'm from. And then I was there for 2 months when I got locked down. I was training with my old coach, Joe Laughlin, and, you know, just trying to stay in shape best I could. So that when I did come back to Colorado, I wouldn't be too terribly out of shape. And I knew also that with how everything's going right now, that the opportunities of and possibilities of a short notice fight are way higher than normal. So, you know, I was trying my best to stay in shape, not get too heavy or lazy or anything else. And I feel like I did a pretty good job of that. So, yeah, I'm just ready to get back in there whenever I hopefully get a call soon.
Yeah, definitely. You guys are elite athletes, and you are a resilient bunch. So there's no way that you guys are going to be kept from working out. You know, you're always going to be resourceful, fighting some way, you know. I know we got like a lot of buildings and structures aren't even being used now. So I've seen like athletes use it in a different way and stuff.
Yeah, where there's a will, there's a way.
Yes, for sure. Now, I've recently seen your teammates in action, you know, on how well they perform and drives you. How does that drive you to want to turn to the octagon sooner? Seeing them fight.
It motivates me so much. We had a great 3 weeks when the UFC put on their first 3 shows, starting off with Justin Gaethje, obviously, which had a beautiful performance and really did amazing and won that interim title. And then Drew Dober, and then obviously another amazing performance, another finish, and then finished up with Alistair Overeem, who's also, you know, a part of our team. And, you know, it really motivated me. I'm real excited to get back in there. We have Neil Magny and Corey Sandhagen coming up. What is that, next week already? And, you know, I'm just super excited, and I'm just waiting for my turn and keep this momentum going and this streak of winning alive and everything else. So I'm excited.
Oh yeah, you should be, man. Yeah, that's great that your teammates are in action. I'm sure your time your number is gonna be called soon. And what about if it was on Fight Island? How would you like to go there? Are you intrigued by that?
You know, it would be cool. It'd be definitely a cool experience. I heard it's in Dubai, and I never thought I would go to Dubai. So, you know, that'd be a cool thing. And yeah, I mean, I'm all for whatever, you know, wherever the fight takes me, I'll go.
Yeah, definitely. Who would you like to fight next? Like anyone come to mind, or would you like to welcome someone new to the octagon, someone who's making their UFC debut?
You know, I've never been one to, call people out or pick opponents or anything like that.
Yeah.
So I never really paid too much attention to things like that. I just, if a name comes across, I say yes, and then we fight usually.
Yeah.
So, as like I said, I haven't really had my eye out and be like, ooh, I want to fight him. I want to fight him. I take whatever fight I'm offered. For me, my job is to fight. My job is to put on a show for the fans. I'm not a matchmaker, so I leave that to the matchmakers. I take the fight and I try doing the best I can and put on the best show that I can, and I just go from there. Each fight, my goal, I want to win, obviously, and keep improving, keep growing, and keep climbing. So as far as who I fight, I'm not too picky about that. Whoever.
Yeah, I sure will find someone good for you. And then, of course, Justin Gaethje, we just talked about your teammate, now UFC Lightweight Champion. That's the first belt Elevation Fight Team has brought home from UFC. And how important was that, talking to him, how important was the visualization for him, knowing that he could go out there, beat the number 2 guy in the world, convincingly dominating him? How was that visualization important factor for him, do you think?
Oh, I imagine it's huge. In our line of work, there's so many possible scenarios, and you kind of gotta be mentally prepared for each one of those scenarios. I feel like, or at least that's how I approach it, the good and the bad. It obviously it worked out great for him, and he had a beautiful performance and didn't even take much damage and dished out a lot of damage. So that's always ideal, obviously. But yeah, man, I'm sure that visualization was huge for him, as most fighters, I imagine.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it seemed like when he got there, he was all well prepared for anything Ferguson. And, he kind of did his homework. And so it was just like the final test, and he passed it. He already knew he was going to pass it, yeah?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's a professional, man. He prepares, and he has great coaching with Trevor Whitman, and we always put in good work and everything else. So it's just a byproduct of preparation, hard work, and being dedicated to the sport and what you want to achieve.
So when he fights Habib next, you feel like things would be open up and you could work with him? Like, could you find yourself mimicking Habib Nurmagomedov in certain aspects, in certain scenarios, if you were training with him for that fight?
Yeah, I mean, it would be an honor, to help him with that big a fight. And I imagine I probably would be there for him. And yeah, I mean, I obviously would have to be wrestling heavy, I imagine, and be try being as grimy as I can with pressure and shot attempts, takedowns, and trying to hold him down and everything, which is not an easy task. But I'm sure we'll get some good work in for sure.
Definitely, yeah. We're very excited for that fight. I'm sure the whole nation, the whole world is excited for now. Gaethje and Habib, finally getting in there. We'll talk about Dober for a second. Successful knockout over Alexander Hernandez at UFC Fight Night Jacksonville. He's got movie star looks, along with that power. Incredible power. You think he could be the next star in UFC? Obviously, he's had a great career that dates back to Strikeforce 10 years ago. And so when you look at him, what do you see in terms of star power?
Man, he's confident. His last couple fights have been absolutely on point and just beautiful performances. And he's building off those and taking that confidence and momentum and just keep putting it into the next one, and it keeps getting better and better. So yeah, I definitely think he'll be. I mean, he's already a star in my eyes.
Right.
But I imagine he's going to be right up there, up at the top in no time for sure.
Yeah, definitely. It was only a couple years ago where I met both of you, and you were training for your big fight against Van Camp at HFC for the lightweight title. So not too long ago.
Yeah, it's crazy how time flies.
What would it be like if Drew Dober kept rising up, and then all of a sudden, you talk about him and Gaethje. I mean, obviously they wouldn't want to fight each other. What would have to give in that point? Would you think Drew would have to move up or move down, or
You
I mean,
know,
it's a possible scenario to think of at this point, right?
It is. You know, I don't know. I know for sure he won't be going down. I don't think he can go any lower than what he already gets. He's a pretty thick boy when
Right.
he's in camp. But you know, I don't know. I would imagine, you know, amongst the team they would figure it out, and whatever the situation may be. You know, I hope they both get the belt, but I hope they don't ever have to fight each other to do so.
Sure.
You know, I don't know. I don't know how that situation would be handled, honestly.
Yeah, definitely. And so when you go back and you're looking at, you know, your last fight, what do you feel like is going to be different this time around? Do you feel like you go back and you say, you know what, I'm going to be more aggressive, less aggressive, or in the stretch, what do you feel was missing?
Yeah, you know, I've been getting these world-class grapplers and wrestlers, and you know, it's been making us do a game plan that you know, is a little more movement, elusiveness, and in and out type of stuff. And you know, we're just working on something different right now with me and my striking coach, Vinny Lopez. And you know, I definitely feel a good change coming. I feel really comfortable in the things we're doing, and I'm excited. I'm ready to get out there and showcase these new things I've been working that I'm feeling really good about and really confident about. And I think it's really going to help propel me to where I need to be.
Definitely. Well, I appreciate you for taking time to be on the Fight Report today, Austin. If there's any shout out, you know, go ahead. The floor is yours. But you know, just want to say that you're an exciting fighter. You know, we followed you from your HFC career, and you still have your banner at the HFC events. So you're,
Awesome.
I tagged you on Instagram. So, you know, obviously we're waiting. You know, as everything is paused now, you can always look back and say, hey, man, you did it. You won like one of the prestigious regional MMA championships. But of course, for you, you also want to get the UFC championship.
That's
so
the ultimate
anything
goal.
you have to say to anyone, go ahead.
I just want to hope everyone, I hope everyone is, you know, staying safe and staying healthy, and hope everyone's staying positive. And, you know, thank you to all of my fans and supporters and everyone else who is along with me on this ride. And that's about it.
Appreciate you, Austin. Again, everybody check out Hubbard, his Instagram, Twitter, social media. Give him a follow because 155 pounds, you know, they're going to have to contend with, you know what I mean, coming out that, you know, that's hungry like you know what I mean? We're all excited for you to fight again. Hopefully you get the announcement sooner than later. And of course, appreciate you, of course, being on the show. And you know, stay safe. Of course, I know you guys are having a lot of contact closely with each other, so you know, they can't really keep the distance when you're not doing the training as possible.
Yeah, we're managing though. But thank you, I appreciate it.